Good day, viewers. I am Sarah B, and you're tuning into Just Be Tarot. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for bringing your awesome energy, and thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also hitting that notification bell that will let you know when I am going live or posting new videos. Today, I am doing a channeled messages reading and collective tarot card reading. So I have been collecting some downloads from Spirit while I meditate, or while I am, sometimes it's just doing normal things, picking up on signs that I feel Spirit is asking me to share with you. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's a few. This week there's not so much, but I do think that there might be some significance depending on who you are and how it resonates with these items that I feel like they were channeled through me to share with you. So the first thing I got was the song Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. So that song might have some significance to you. I just saw like somebody singing it for karaoke, or like maybe doing their own version of it and posting it on YouTube, or posting a video somewhere about it, or doing like a cover version of it. So maybe that's you, or maybe this song has the lyrics that resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it's a song by 21 Pilots, and it's called Stressed Out. So you might want to go and check out the lyrics if you're familiar with the song, and see if it, you know, has anything to do with you. I think it was out a few years ago. It's not a very recent song. But yeah, so it's something that I picked up on, something that I heard when I was meditating. So if, you know, that song means anything to you, then this reading might be for you. Also, this past week, I broke my heel at work. And I know that it was meant to be passed along, because I wrote it down in my little, you know, book that I try to write down every download I get so I don't forget them. And then one of my friends said, this is the spiritual meanings behind you breaking your shoe. So I was just like, you know what? I was like, I knew from the moment I broke my shoe that this means something. And then it just solidified that. It's like Spirit was backing me up by saying, yes, this is what you need to share. So a couple of the takeaways I got from it was breaking away from past patterns was one of the things I got. Empowering, let me put on my glasses. I can't even read my own handwriting at this point, so bear with me a second. Okay, breaking away from past patterns and empowering new ones. A need for introspection, releasing negative energies, spiritual awakening, encouraging fresh perspectives. So what I'm getting from it is let go of what's not serving you and look for fresh ideas, fresh whatever. Let go of the things that aren't serving you. You know, heels are meant to hold you up. And if something is not working, is not holding you up, then what's the point of having it anymore? I did end up finding the heel in my car. Because not only did the one break when I was driving home and walking into my house, the second one broke. So it was clear that these shoes needed to be trashed, released, got rid of them. But it also kind of signified that, you know, something new. It's time to start something new. It's time to encourage that fresh path, that fresh perspective, and the newness of maybe, you know, breaking in. I know it sounds cliche, but breaking in a new pair of shoes, breaking in and getting used to, you know, something new, taking a new path, and breaking away from the old. So I just think that had a lot of energy in it, and I just felt like my friend messaging me about the same was just Spirit saying, yes, you need to add this to your messages. Because I was like, are people going to really want to hear about me breaking my shoe? But then, you know, with that encouragement, I was like, well, I do see, you know, the spiritual side of it. Like and then I get that message. And I also saw when I was meditating horse racing. Now, I do not bet on horses. I do not go to horse races. I don't really watch horse races at all. But I am getting for some of you, this might resonate. Maybe you might not be betting on horses, but maybe you're going to watch and socialize during horse races, or you have an interest in horses or something along those lines. Horse racing, the track, something like that. Maybe it's something that you like to do or you're familiar with. So if that resonates, then something in this reading might have something to do with you. And the last thing I got, not a song, but just the name, Eric Clapton. So hoping he stays safe, because I was like, oh no. Why? But it's just the name. I didn't hear like a song with it. I just heard the name Eric Clapton. And in my head, I hadn't heard any news or anything about Eric Clapton. But I did hear it loud and clear when I was meditating. So maybe you're a super fan. Maybe, you know, you're trying to learn a song of his on your guitar. Maybe this holds special meaning for you. Maybe you danced at your wedding to an Eric Clapton song. Maybe it's something that it reminds you, or somebody reminds you of an Eric Clapton song. So those are the messages that I have for this week. So I am going to go ahead and start shuffling for the collective. Okay, so remember, this is a general reading, not personal. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, if you see that it's not resonating with you, but maybe some messages, you know, you feel somebody might be going through something, and you see that there's maybe some message, you know, Uncle Pete was talking about at this past weekend at a barbecue. And you're like, you know what, maybe he'd appreciate or get some use out of hearing this reading. Then feel free to share with Uncle Pete, because it not only will it help him, it will help my channel grow. And I get to help heal more people. And that's so important to me. That's why I'm here, is to help people. So if I can get my healing messages out to more people, it would be appreciated. And you can help me do that. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is click on share or post to your favorite social media site. All right. Can I have one more, Spirit, to get the overall energy for this reading for this week? Once again, this is a timeless reading. Whoa. Wow, they flew out. Okay, so we had one already come out. We had Eagle Spirit, Freedom. And then we have Air Spirit, Knowledge. And then we have Maple Spirit, Generosity. The first thing I think of, I just heard Go Birds. So obviously Eagles, I'm from the Philadelphia area, so Go Birds, Eagle Spirit. But I'm also heard seeing things from a higher perspective. It was my birthday on Sunday, so I spent some time with my grandkids, which is why I wasn't live, you know, on Sunday. And we were taking a nature walk and a little bit of a hike, and there was eagles flying all over the place, which is really cool to see. They're so majestic. But it's like I'm looking and I was just like, wow, imagine being able to just look down on us and see us. And I wonder what they're thinking. I'm thinking, wow, these birds are so majestic, so beautiful. And I was like, I wonder what they're thinking of us. So it's like kind of like maybe you need to look at something from somebody else's perspective, see how things look from somebody else's standpoint, kind of open your mind to new ways of thinking, and do so with an education, not just guessing. You know, it's time to gain knowledge on something, and don't just assume or do something because somebody else is doing it. It's time to do some research, time to educate yourself on something. This could also mean that somebody might be going and getting higher education. Somebody might be trying to study for maybe like an LSAT or MCAT or something along those lines, trying to get ahead in their career. This could be somebody taking a test for a cert to get forward in your career, something along those lines. I feel like somebody's really digging deep so they can further themselves. But it's also about knowing what you're looking at, doing the research. Sometimes, you know, not everything is right at our hand, you know, but it can be because we have Google. You know, and if we do the research and dig deep enough and find out what's going on with something, and if this has to do with a relationship or something, go to the person and ask them. You know, if you're not sure about somebody or something, then ask them. I'm sure they'd rather you talk to them instead of talking about them. So it's pretty important to gain knowledge on something before you go making a decision. Now we have generosity here. And I'm just saying, my grandkids are saying, Nana, I love taking nature walks because the trees give us oxygen so we are able to breathe. We're talking about 6 years old and 5 years old. Like, and they're right. You know, nature is so generous to us. And it's like, we could start giving back. It would be nice. I know not everybody is minded like that, but trying to give back to the earth, trying to take acknowledgement of the earth. But this could also be about giving. But you know what? Give with boundaries. Love with detachment, or detach with love. Because it's hard to be generous and have a generous spirit but not get hurt by it. And a lot of times that's what happens. But if there's a give and take, like the Six of Pentacles energy, like give an equal amount of yourself to a partner, to something at work. You know, it's, if you take on too much, you're going to be swimming in drowning in your work, drowning in your needs, you know, if you don't speak up and say something. And again, with the knowledge, if you don't know, you don't know. And if somebody needs help and you see that, then maybe you can lend a helping hand. But it doesn't mean you have to lend a helping hand to everybody who has their hand out. Do what you can, what you feel drawn to. I'm feeling like some people, it's a good time of year to volunteer. Or maybe you have an awareness that you are really active in. Maybe you have your family volunteering. I just saw like a soup kitchen, or you like bagging clothes up, maybe donating clothes, or like I just saw a winter jacket, like maybe there's like a jacket drive or something along those lines for, you know, the less fortunate and people who actually need help around this time when it starts getting cooler. So just as the earth is generous to us, we have to be generous to the earth, and we have to be generous to each other, and be kind, and know that everybody's going through something and everybody has their thing. And it's important to realize that, you know, if somebody snaps at you who generally wouldn't snap at you, then maybe they're going through something. So maybe the more important thing to do is say, okay, are you okay? Like, is there something else going on? That's not a normal reaction. You know, it's important for people to be seen and know that, you know, they're heard, and that, you know, we know they're hurting and we can lend a hand. They're not by themselves. Okay, so after that rant, let's move on to tarot. What tarot deck am I going to use? Let's use this one. Okay, so I was guided to use this one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so Spirit, I'm shuffling for the collective. What do they need to know for this week? What are the messages for our collective this week? What are the messages that they need to know for their greatest good and for the good of others? What are the messages? Spirit. The collective energy. Shuffling for the collective. Thank you. Shuffling for the collective, Spirit. Can I get one more, please? Don't forget to click on like and subscribe, please. Hit that notification bell. I am going live more often. All right, here, collective. What do they need to know? All right, we'll start with these. Okay, so I feel like you're cutting somebody off here. We have the Two of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords. So immediately I get that there might be an end of a relationship or an end of a partnership, cutting ties with somebody. This could be a friendship as well. But it's like the Queen of Swords is very honest, blatantly honest, blunt as can be. Honest, brutally honest, straightforward, doesn't mince words, doesn't beat around the bush. So when this person is feeling a certain way, they're going to let you know. And I feel like either somebody was hurt in maybe the tone, however the tone came across in some way in this relationship, or the way it was presented, or there's just ties have been cut. There might have been an argument. I am sorry if you hear outside noise. It's been so nice. The windows are open. So I do apologize in advance for that. All right, Spirit, can I get some more cards here? What else? What other messages, Spirit? Am I using the wrong deck? Okay. The Ten of Swords. Something is definitely ending. A cycle is ending. Ten of Swords in the upright. Cutting something off. Receiving messages. I heard the word clamor. A lot of clamor about something. I feel like clamor is an old-fashioned word. M-O-R. A loud and confused noise, people shouting, Yeah. So I feel like there might have been a fight, like people shouting. Something not going well. There's an ending to something. So I feel like somebody is cutting somebody else off here. But in the meantime, we have the Queen of Wands, who is super passionate, full of joy, full of love, full of radiance, and also another sword. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of focus that needs to be had here with all these swords coming in. A lot of focus, a lot of attention needs to be drawn to something. And with this knowledge card is a air energy too. So you might even be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. A lot of air energy here. Focus. Very smart person. Focused person gaining knowledge, trying to break something down or dissect something. They might be knowledgeable about a certain fact, or I feel like this person may even be the type of person who, you know, other people, like they have some kind of fact and other people are like Googling it to see if it's even correct, and it's always correct. This person has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of facts, might be good at like a trivia partner. That kind of a person. Doesn't have to be an air sign, but that's the type of energy that it is. Something is ending there with this person. Not with this person, but something is ending with this energy. And I do feel like there's going to be another, like they're seeking clarity about something. But that means they have to end something with somebody else or something else. Or they seek the clarity and then end something because of what they find out, perhaps. But that doesn't explain this Queen of Wands energy. Queens of Wands energy and the Queen of Swords energy, very different types of energy. We're talking creative, we're talking personable, we're talking beautiful inside and out. Not that the Queen of Swords isn't beautiful on the inside and out. That person is just blunt, brutally honest. Sometimes people think of her as a bitch. Whereas the Queen of Wands is like everybody wants to be in her energy all of the time. She's super radiant, super charismatic. So Spirit, what do you mean by this Queen of Wands energy? Clarifying for Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. What do you mean? Friends, yep. That's what I'm saying. Super, we got the Three of Cups. So, friends, getting together with friends. Queen of Wands, people are drawn to her, so not surprised there's Three of Cups energy, celebration of some kind. We have the Ace of Pentacles, opportunities. Lots of opportunities for the Queen of Wands energy coming in, or making opportunities, I just heard, for themselves, because they're so charismatic and radiant that it's like they are constantly making opportunities work for themselves. Yep, another, it's clarified by the Queen of Wands. Something ending, new beginning, and Ace of Swords, another Ace of Swords. So we're talking clarity. There's definitely something ending in a clarity that you're seeking. Or the clarity that we're seeking is why something is ending, as I said before. But this Queen of Wands, if this isn't you, they might hold this knowledge of what's happening. Or they might be able to clarify for you. Or this Queen of Swords, who is the Queen of clarifying, might hold the information. Maybe the Queen of Wands energy has to go to the Queen of Swords energy and be like, you know what, can you level with me? What's actually going on here? I need the whole truth and nothing but the truth, rather than what you're feeding me or what is going on, you know, through the grapevine. And that's a brave thing to do, is face somebody one-on-one and ask them what's going on rather than talk behind their back. It's so much, easier to believe something that is said through the grapevine than to get the real story from the horse's mouth, per se. But it's super important that people do get the story from, and I think more people should do that rather than talk about somebody. Talk to the person. All right, Spirit, what else do we have? So, I mean, I'm seeing an ending here, the rebirth card, the death card, new beginning. Ten of Swords is an ending. Seeking clarity. What else, Spirit? Like I said, this could be a part with this Two of Cups in reverse. It could be a partnership. It could be a relationship. It could be a work relationship. It could be a friendship. So that would be resonating differently with however you take that. Oh, in a challenge position. The Five of Swords in the challenge position. Five of Swords. Five of Swords is self-sabotage energy. But it's like you are thinking about doing things that you know is not going to be useful for the relationship or for the circumstance. Calling all the time, texting all the time, trying to manipulate the universe. You can't manipulate fated energy. If something was meant to be, it's going to be. It's not going to, it's going to work out whatever way it's going to work out. Period, end. There's nothing you can do to make something yours that wasn't meant to be yours. And it's a good thought, it's a good theory, but it's never going to happen. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. If it wasn't meant to be yours, it's never going to be. So if this person or the situation isn't giving you the energy back that you want, take it as that. Because it's exactly how you're supposed to take it. And I'm not saying that to be hurtful, because it does hurt. If you're not getting that energy that you're giving out in return, it does hurt. It's heartbreaking. But it's because something else is in your future that's supposed to make more sense to you or with you. There's something else for you coming in. And you're wasting your time stalling at this one stop. And if you keep doing that and keep trying to manipulate the universe, then you're never going to get to this other thing that could be right here. Like right here. And you're stuck on this other situation. Guys, we've all done it. We've all tried to outsmart the universe. Doesn't work. It just will never work. And no matter what circumstance it is, whether it's romance, whether it's job, whether it's schooling, whether it's trying to get ahead in the office or trying to win a part for a play or a movie or a role on something, like you're never going to get ahead if it wasn't meant to be yours. If the timing isn't right, then it wasn't meant to be yours. All right, so let's move on to a concluding message from this Oracle deck. Okay, Spirit, I'm shuffling for the collective and the overall energy. And concluding message for our collective for this reading. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? does the collective need to know for their greatest good? In concluding message for this reading. What do we got, Spirit? Shuffling for the collective. Shuffling for the collective. For this week, Spirit. Oops, thank you. Okay, 2 came out. So we'll start with, we got Mountain Cabin. There are times when solitude can be healing and enlightening. So let's take a look and delve further into that. Your higher self chooses this card because there are too many things influencing your life, and sometimes yourself to listen to your inner spirit is exactly what you need. Most friends and family have the best intentions when offering their advice, but they can only speak from the experience and do not have full understanding of your life story. Even those closest to you, such as a sibling, parent, or best friend, won't know everything about you, why you've made certain choices, or the goals you daydream about. Your soul is guiding you through this card to disconnect from the world so you can find your best pathway forward without pollution of other people's opinions. It's much easier to find confidence in yourself without questions, doubt, concerns, or criticisms you're likely facing from those in your life. Taking a solo vacation is excellent if that's available to you, but finding a quiet corner to yourself, journaling, or simply keeping your plans under wraps are all excellent ways to experience solitude. So there you go. It's about going, being with yourself. I love how they call it pollution. You know, people trying to guide you and give you advice. But it's really your introspection that you need to dwell on rather than other people's advice. All right, so next one is straw bale. It's time to step out of your comfort zone, take up space, and reach new heights. So let's turn to that. All right. Your higher self chooses this card because you are being invited to determine whether or not you need to dream bigger, reach higher, and expand fully into your gifts. Are your talents being utilized? Are you taking up space and allowing your light to shine? Are you reaching for big enough goals or playing it safe? If you're reading this now, it's likely you have not made the best use of your talents and have been playing it safe from fear of failure or because you don't believe you are good, wise, or experienced enough. There are many people in the world who are less experienced, less educated, and have less money and far less talent, but are living big, fulfilling lives simply because they have given themselves permission to occupy as much space as possible. They don't wait for others to hand them things. They go and get them. They don't wait for others to make space for them. They find their own lanes. Don't be afraid to ask for more. Be the first in line or to call your own shots. Straw bale encourage you to find the courage to live as big as you dare. So time to live big. Get out of your comfort zone. Reach higher, expand, take up as much room as you need. Dream big. There's no reason why the life you want shouldn't be yours. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for bringing your awesome energy. I love it. And please check out my lives. I try to go live Thursdays and Sunday nights. If not Sunday, then Monday. And What else is going? Oh, please click on like, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. That will let you know when I'm going live. And yeah, interact. It's always free to click on like and leave a comment and do all those things. It helps my channel grow. And if you feel inclined, please share. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Love you, and I will catch you next time. Bye.